Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Dave from PVD Horror, and today I'm doing a book review on The White Bishop by Brandon Perras-Sanchez and Aron Beauregard. Now, these are two local authors. Brandon Perras-Sanchez, we've already reviewed his previous work. And then Aron Beauregard, we have not, but he's been a guest on the show back in the day. And we've discussed his books over the years a number of times. He is a pretty well known splatterpunk author. And Brandon is obviously now worked on his second book, but this was his first, actually. And the two of them worked together on this book. And what I can say right off the bat is just how much I enjoyed this book. It was just right off the rip, just so like took me to a different place. It was like reading a twisted version of Pirates of the Caribbean, like a horror version of that. I just envisioned these guys as pirates. And I guess before I get too far ahead of myself, I'll give a little plot summary. So basically, the book starts off with this weird scene where there's a baby crying, and then we kind of get this idea that maybe something really terrible happened to this baby, and there's a man who's distraught. And then, flash forward, we come to these two individuals who are have a proposal that, if you want to earn a lot of money, I got this job for you, but it's a really mysterious one. You have to deliver this package, this box, and we don't know what's in the box, um, overseas. So these guys gather up a crew and they tell everybody, hey, we're about to strike it rich if we can get this mysterious package from point A to point B, and this should be an easy job. But we all know we got to get like the best of the best, and we have to arrange like a really good crew. So they got, a little bit of every position. We have a chef, we have a priest, I guess, you bring one of those on just so the ship's blessed. You get all these other ship hands and things like that. I'm not a sailor, I have no idea. But anyways, so they get all these guys together, but every guy is a little like sketchy, has like maybe a past. Even the priest himself is like not really of like the highest merit, I guess you would say. Everyone kind of looks at him really suspiciously. And as they start their voyage, things start to happen and they don't know what's going on. And let's just say what unravels is, basically looks like, maybe scurvy or something like that. That's why I'm saying it's like, there's like pirate days, it feels like. And, just being immersed in this world where they're out in the sea and, all these terrible things are happening. They're losing their food. Um, you know, they're having these outbreaks of things that are kind of unexplainable, and they're having visions and hallucinations of people, being murdered, and some of them actually end up being murdered at times and finding bodies in hidden places. I mean, it's a wild ride. The best part about this book, though, is it's so digestible. I am a huge advocate for short chapters because as someone who kind of struggles with the speed of my reading, I'm a very slow reader. I like when the chapters are broken up frequently because I can be like, all right, I think I got one more chapter in me, one more chapter. And I read this book so fast because I was just so engrossed in it. Um, it's a super simple read. It's like fast, like I said, it's fast paced. The action just picks up right away. As soon as you're out to sea, I mean, things start to happen. Um, what could possibly improve this book? For me, nothing really. I actually just fully enjoyed it. I guess towards the end, I possibly had some questions about some things, or would have liked a little bit more maybe explanation, or just to see where things go a little bit. But like I said, it's a very short read. I think there's only 137 pages. So it didn't really go too far into like the tragedy of what takes place. We kind of just are left with like, oh, this went really bad, and we're going to kind of leave you there. So, what I will say is this is not the book that you're going to say like, oh, this is the best book of the year. But what I will say is this is actually one of the funnest books of the year that I read. And this isn't even from this year. This is actually, I believe it came out maybe last year. But this is a great like summer read if you want something while you're at the beach and you're a horror nerd like us. It's just a great one when you got some time to kill and you want something kind of quick paced. I can't emphasize that enough. It's just really fast paced. It's doesn't take a lot of time to get off the ground, and when things get going, you're not going to want to put it down. So, yeah, the White Bishop, Aron Beauregard, Brandon Perras-Sanchez. I think they did a great job on this collaboration. There was a little bit of both of their styles mixed in. Uh, Recessive Nature was Brandon's second one that I already did a review on. You know, you can see some of the influence there with his writing, some of the dialogue, and Aron being that splatterpunk author. You know, some of the goriness, some of the grisly aspects of it are definitely his influence in there. And I think that together they made one of my most enjoyable reads. But I feel like I say that every book I do. I just been really lucky, and Rhode Island local authors have been amazing. So this is just another one to add to that list. So the White Bishop, make sure you guys check it out, and follow both of them to, you know, find out what else they have going on and what's coming out next. Aron is constantly pumping out books, and Brandon, I know he's been working on that project with Monster Makeup, the Rat Queen. So they've been working on their indie film project. So I don't know what he's got coming out for books coming up, but you know, follow him and you'll find out. So the White Bishop, check it out. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.